Hey everyone, Eric Thompson here. Hope that you are doing well. Welcome back to the channel, okay? Today's video, not about movies, although I've got to catch up on the AFI Top 100. Not really about Tori or the baby or anything like that. But something I do on the channel occasionally, I record little reflection videos. And I wanted to talk with you, I guess at you, about a reading we had at Mass this weekend from the Gospel of St. Luke. In it, Jesus asks some challenging questions, and it struck me, as it always does. I thought maybe I'd bring a little reflection to you, and maybe this will ring true in your life as well. Here's the reading, or part of the reading anyway, from what we heard at Mass today, maybe what you heard at church too this weekend. It's from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verse 18. And it happened that while he was praying alone, the disciples were with him, and he questioned them, saying, "Who do the people say that I am?" They answered and said, "John the Baptist, and others say Elijah, but others that one of the prophets of old has risen again." And he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" And Peter answered and said, "The Christ of God." A little context for this passage. Almost immediately beforehand, Jesus had miraculously fed 5,000 people. And by 5,000, I mean that there were 5,000 men. And so it could be another 3,000 to 8,000 people, including women and children, okay? And so there's probably a lot of speculation going around. Who is this guy that fed 5,000 of us with 5 loaves of bread and 2 little fishies? Okay? 5 loaves of Wonder Bread and 2 chicken fillets, okay? Or fish fillets, chicken fillet, no, fish fillet. Who is this guy? You know, Jesus knows that people are talking about him. And so he asked the disciples who were kind of among the crowd, he said, what did they say? And they say, oh, you know, they think you're John the Baptist, you're Elijah, you're one of the prophets of old, maybe Zechariah or Jeremiah. And Jesus says, all right, you know, he kind of honors that they're talking about this. And he says, who do you say that I am? He looks at the disciples, those who have been so close to him for quite a while now. He says, who do you say that I am? And Simon is brave enough to say, you're the Christ of God. You are the Son of God, the anointed one of God. Of course, Jesus honors Simon for this incredibly brave expression. And in another version of this passage, Jesus even changes his name. He ceases to be Simon and he becomes Peter, rock. You know, what a rock-solid faith that Peter would recognize, Simon Peter would recognize that Jesus is not just another guy, okay? Not just a teacher, not just a prophet, but really, truly the Son of God, the Messiah, the one they've been waiting for so long. But that question, friends, that question is pretty tricky. And I don't know about you, but I've been asking myself that question a long time. I still am. Who do I think Jesus is? For a long time, since the beginning of Christian thought, there have been different theories, not only as to who Jesus is, but what he is. Different theologies that deal with his divinity. Is he fully human? Okay, that's in some terms, you could call it an adoptionist theory, right? That Jesus was just a regular guy, and then he got baptized, and then God anointed him as God's son, all right? He was adopted as God's son. Just a guy, adopted, and then God's son and the Messiah from there on out. You have other theories, Docetism, for example, that maintain that Jesus was 100% divine, but that the flesh that he wore was just a disguise, you know, not terribly unlike, I suppose, in some respects, the mythologies of old, like Greek mythology, you know, in which the gods would take the form of humans and monsters and animals when they prowled around the earth, okay? So Docetism kind of maintained that. And that, of course, is very respectable and reasonable theology for them because they were used to that sort of incarnation in their mythologies. Eventually, someone figured out what they came to call the hypostatic union. It sounds like it belongs in Borderlands or Dead Space or a video game or something. But what that really means, quite simply, is that Jesus was 100% divine and 100% human, and that complete divinity and complete humanity were united in the person of Jesus Christ. The incarnation was complete through the hypostatic union. Complete divinity, complete humanity in one. This, of course, is why in the Bible we talk about Jesus dying our death, okay? A completely divine entity dying a completely human death and then rising back to life through divine power. Those are very weighty terms, okay? And some people aren't really going to care about that too much, you know, whether Jesus was or wasn't divine. It is important, though. And as we ask ourselves that question, who is Jesus? It's important to think about that, okay? Because if he was fully divine, then how can I relate to him? I mean, I can't relate to God. I have no share in what God is, because God is everything that I'm not. I'm absolutely imperfect, and God is totally perfect. How can I relate? Okay, I can't imagine worshiping a Savior that I can't get on the same level with, okay? But nor could Jesus necessarily just be human, because I don't feel comfortable worshiping someone who isn't divine. And that's why, of course, in Catholicism, at least, we embrace the hypostatic union. 100% divine and human. Beyond that, what about all this stuff that Jesus says? Is he just a great teacher? Well, he is a great teacher, that's for sure. Is he just a prophet? Well, he definitely is a prophet, okay? But this digs deeper, all right? Is he just a great teacher? Is he just a great prophet? Here's what C.S. Lewis said about this in Mere Christianity. And by the way, if you're asking yourself this question today, who is Jesus? This book, Mere Christianity, is an excellent place to start. And I believe in it so much. If you don't have a copy, please message me on Facebook or throw me a text or hit me up on YouTube. I'll send you a copy. I mean, I'm serious about this. This book will help you to get a sense of Orthodox Christianity, true Christian thinking in a way that's really beautiful, really incredible. Here's what C.S. Lewis says. This is from Mere Christianity. I'm trying here to prevent anyone saying the really foolish thing that people often say about Jesus. This is what they say. I'm ready to accept Jesus as a great moral teacher, but I don't accept his claim to be God. This, of course, is very popular during our time. People are willing to accept that Jesus existed and that he was a great teacher, but nothing else beyond that. Just that he was another guy, and so he may as well be a Dr. Oz or a Dr. Phil or a Deepak Chopra or an Oprah or a mystic or whatever. But C.S. Lewis continues, that is the one thing we must not say. A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. Because really, you know, if Jesus was not the things that he said he was, then he just lied. Then the whole gospel is just lies. And it's not. He would either be a lunatic on the level with the man who says he is a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. I must make my choice. We must choose. Either this man was and is the Son of God, as Peter said, Simon Peter said, or else he is a madman or something worse. You can shut him up for a fool, you can spit at him and kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not come with any patronizing nonsense about his being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us. He did not intend to. Dear friends, I know that there are many of you out there, thinking of several of you in mind right now, in fact, that are trying to figure out who Jesus is, to figure out what is true, what is truth, just like Pontius Pilate did in the end of the Gospels, at the Passion narrative. What's truth, he asks Jesus. All of these different people throughout history, in the biblical tradition, and in traditions in general, okay? People all around the world have asked and are asking this question. who do we think that Jesus is? And most importantly, friends, when you ask that question, really ask it genuinely. Who is Jesus to you? And then, of course, get into the Bible, all right? Put yourself in the shoes of the disciples to whom Jesus asked, but who do you say that I am? In this time, a lot of people are talking about who they think Jesus is. Maybe he's a prophet. Maybe he's a great teacher. Maybe he was a healer. Maybe he was a mystic. Maybe he was divine. Maybe he was human, all right? Jesus will entertain the speculation, but he'll still look at you right in the eyeballs and ask you, but who do you say that I am? Can you answer? Will you answer? I hope so. Dig deeper. Figure this out. There's no one like him in history. Now, of course, I recognize that there may be some similarities, okay, even in other world religions to other Godhead, divine figures and so forth, all right? And that's fine, but no one knows who those people are, all right? I don't know who they are, although I think Horus from the Egyptian tradition is strikingly similar. Regardless, Jesus is, I tend to say, I've been saying for a while, Jesus is the most toxic man in history. God darn it, he really is. He just turned the world upside down. And so many things have been done for him, in his name, for his glory, against him, all right? Against the religion that he founded, all right? Against the faith that he instituted while on earth. And of course, this is the faith that I believe in personally. But I'm still asking myself this question often. Who do I say that he is? Who do I say that he is to me as a man, all right? Who do I say that he is to me as a husband? Who do I say that he is to me as a father, or a soon-to-be father? It matters. It matters to me how I relate to him and how I perceive him. Is he close to me? Is he far away? Is he in the same room, or is he up in the sky? Does he live in my heart, or does he live outside of me? All right? These are all excellent questions, excellent points of consideration. I, of course, cannot answer this question for you, although I would like to urge you toward the truth that's presented in the Bible and in the Holy Scriptures. If you'd like to talk more about this with me or with someone else, please do. It's worth the while to get deeper into what Jesus says, into his sayings, into the miracles, and of course, into the incarnation, into his miraculous birth, and into his passionate death and resurrection. He did it for us. He did it for you, he did it for me. That's good news for you and good news for me, especially today on this special day of days. Thank you for watching. Really, I would love to hear your comments below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Where are you at in your spiritual walk? And maybe, like me, you're still trying to figure out who Jesus is exactly. And that's okay. Hey, like and subscribe to the channel if you care to. Videos are coming up. In fact, I think I'm pretty much just going to maybe change my shirt so it looks like a different video and record the reflection, the AFI Top 100 video for Unforgiven right now, because I feel like I'm in the mood to do so. We're catching up. We're doing great. You know, I think we're finally getting a new top 10 coming. I feel it in the wind, which would be nice because it is so freaking hot outside right now. But that is a Kentucky summer. Hope that your summer is going well, friends. Please do stay in touch. Thank you truly for watching. And I do hope that you are doing well.